Hello everyone, this is Phenderix, and today I'm going to be doing a quick walkthrough video of version 1.1.2 of Magic World for PS4. Now if you're playing on PC or Xbox One, I would just ignore this video because there's substantial differences between the versions. Now what Magic World is it's a combination of my previous works. It includes Magic Evolved, Arcane Archery, and Elemental Fighter, and also introduces some new locations. So if you're using any of those previous mods I mentioned, you should uninstall those and upgrade to Magic World, as it makes tons of improvements and bug fixes to those mods. Now for this video, I'm not going to be showing you all the different spells or new magical arrows. I have a link to a launch trailer which you can find below that includes a lot of those spells, but for this video I just want to show you some of the locations and where to find them, because on the PS4 version there's not a quest to guide you to those locations. So I want to show you the locations in this video and hopefully make it easy for you to decide if you want to use this mod, and also just where to find all the content. So we're going to start off by showing you on the map. So the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is south of Markarth. And that's where a bulk of the content added by this mod is located. If you go up towards the north, you can see there's a portal here that will take you to the magical town of Mantis. And now lastly, if you go all the way to the east, there's a portal here to the Forbidden Dimension, which is an area full of new boss encounters. For now, we're going to start off at the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Now this is a school with tons of students and NPCs and professors that will teach you magic, and this mod, or this portion of the mod, was inspired by Harry Potter, but there's some occasional references, but they were all done in a lore-friendly way to make the mod not detract too much from your Skyrim role-playing experience. Now this is the beginning of the main courtyard area, and as you can see, a lot of work, a lot of time and effort went into the external appearance of this area. And now you can see some of the janitors, some of the school NPCs. It's just in general a pretty awesome place in my opinion, although I guess I would be pretty biased. But for every student, they're in a house. They're either in red house, green house, blue, or red. So if you open up the red tower, for instance, this is a dormitory. So this is where students would come and relax. Some of them are chilling in here right now, like she's drinking out of her empty cup, apparently. So you can see that this is just an area for people to relax after studying. But if we go outside again, I want to show you some other areas of this mod. So if you go up these stairs, you'll eventually get to the athletic fields, which is a really cool area for people to I guess exercise, and it's just in general a cool place for screenshots, and there's also some hidden areas and items if you look around hard enough. And if you go down here,
it's a fine day with you around.
If you walk around this bend, there's a ladder here, a very tall ladder, which I definitely would not climb in real life, but you know, seeing as it's a video game, we're gonna climb up. And this is another area that's pretty cool for screenshots. You can go up here and see a large portion of the school. There's also some other hidden content up here, and more content to come in future patches. And also there's this dragon bridge, which I think adds a visually impressive aspect to the mod. But for the school, there's one major area. I just showed you a lot of the minor areas, but the major area at the school is the interior, the main hall. So we're going to walk in there now, and that's where all the professors are, that's where the classrooms are, and it's where you buy a lot of the spells added by this mod. You can still buy the spells from core wizards such as Farengar. You can also steal all of the content from a chest in Farengar's room if you really feel like obtaining the content that way, but if you want to obtain the content in a lore-friendly way, you would come to this school area. Now you can see this is a dining hall where students eat in between classes. There's a kitchen area, you know, some other random clutter throughout the mod, but the main content of the main hall is hidden behind this door. Now, I previously had it open, but when you first load up this mod, it's going to be closed. So I know a lot of people. I actually have watched pretty much every video on YouTube that of people playing this mod, just getting feedback. And I know a lot of people actually miss this area because it's closed behind the door. But what you need to do is, obviously open the door. And once you do that, you'll find this massive hallway filled with new classrooms and libraries and professors. And in this video, I don't want to show you all the content, so I'll just show you a couple of rooms. But there's a lot of new areas to explore. I think it's really exciting, especially if you're new to this mod. So for instance, there's this classroom. You can buy spells from the professors in each individual classroom. There's also areas like this library. So that's just in general the two main areas of the main hall, the dining hall area and the classrooms. And I was going to say this at the end of the video, but I can just mention it now that if you ever have any questions about the content added by this mod, I mean, read the full guide, look at the launch trailer, watch this video. But if you ever really need to ask me a question, I'm on Facebook at Phenderix Modding, and in general, I've been really responsive in answering any questions people have. So if you're having issues, please reach out. Now the next area is the Mantis Town. Now this is a town in the New World space. The way I have it set up, at least in my mind, is that people graduate from school, they want to go to this place, a town with lots of other mages, so they're going to go to this town called Mantis. And if you go to this portal outpost, you're not going to be able to fast travel here initially when you install the mod. You're going to have to actually walk all the way up here and discover it. But once you enter the portal, you are going to be taken to Mantis. And yes, it's pronounced Mantis. I know there's a lot of people that previously I've seen the videos could not pronounce it. In hindsight, maybe I could have chosen a better name, but as some people have previously thought of, it's actually a combination of Nana and Atlantis. But enough with the names. Let's look around here some. There's a little area here. You walk through the docks. There's a ship there. You can explore the interior. You walk through the main gates here. I've already been here before, so a lot of the stuff, like the gates, are already open, so it'll look a little bit different on your end. There's a building here. It's kind of like the Capitol main hall building of people that rule the city. There's a guard tower, and once again, I'm not going to walk into the locations. I want you to explore those areas for yourself, as I don't want to ruin everything with this short walkthrough video. There's some shops here. For instance, Clank and Thunk. It's obviously a very intellectual shop filled with weapons and armors you can purchase. There's an inn over here where you can buy food and just in general have a drink after a long day of adventuring. There's a hall here, and it's a player home with tons of bed for followers and companions. And you get that key to this player home after defeating one of the bosses added by this mod. So this is the main area of the town. Lots of places to check out, lots of things to discover. And there's also a giant ramp here you can walk along. There's a magical tree over there that's going to be improved in a future update, an island here, and there's also a dungeon over here called Azkaban Prison, which many of you may get that reference if you've ever read the Harry Potter books. But if we walk over here, there's also a bridge to a new area called the Alaknai Woods. And while it's a really pretty area to walk through, it's relatively safe. But if we walk over here, there's this lady guarding these two portals, and the portals will take you to two new boss encounters: Lair of the Primeval and Lair of the Deathbringer. And if you couldn't tell by the names, those are going to be very challenging fights. You're going to have to be very high level, your best armor, bring companion with you to even stand a chance of survival. So that's just a really quick overview of the Mantis area. But like I said, I didn't go into any of the interior, so have fun exploring that section of the mod. All the spells, all the arrows can be purchased from vendors in that city. Now lastly, let's check out the Forbidden Dimension. And when you first go to this area, like I said before, you're gonna have to actually discover this for yourself. You can't just fast travel here after installing the mod. But when you get here, there's gonna be a very challenging boss encounter that will probably take you multiple attempts to complete. And once you defeat this boss, you're gonna be able to walk through this portal. But for purposes of this video, we're just gonna run along through. Luckily, we were able to do that. But this is a safe area, so when you walk through this portal, this entire New World space is about fighting bosses and preparing for those challenges. And this entire area here is called the safe zone. It's really not too much. There's an area here with the forge, alchemy stations, chanting to prepare your items for the boss encounters, archery targets to prep for those challenges, and you can sleep if you really want to in these tents, but it's not really the main content of this location. If we walk down here, this is where the boss encounters are. There's 5 main portals, and if you walk into one of the portals, for instance, I'll pick this one, you'll be taken to an area with the boss encounter. For this encounter, it's the water boss. I can show you a couple others as well. Let's walk in this one. And I walked through the same portal twice. Nice. Okay, let's try another one. Let's look at this one, for instance. It's a giant earth encounter. But I don't want to ruin the content, so feel free to explore on your own. Over the course of this video, you got to see a lot of the new locations added by this mod, but what you didn't get to see was the new spells, the new arrows and bolts, the new martial arts system, which, if you're checking out this mod, that's the bulk of the content. That's probably what you actually care about. I mean, the locations are just fluff. It's not as important. So if you actually want to check out that content and what it looks like, I'm going to leave a link below this video to the individual trailers for those portions of this mod. It'll give you a glimpse of some of the more cool or more visually appealing spells, how the martial arts systems works, and it'll give you a better impression of what to expect from using this mod. So if you want to ask me any questions, subscribe to this YouTube channel, leave comments. You can message me on Facebook at Phenderix Modding. I know this video is a little bit long, but I really hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I did a good job at showing you where to find the content added by this mod. So I hope you check it out and have fun playing Magic World. Thanks.